Ah, perché tutti mi chiamano andare da Bruno Rocca. Dunque, la prima casa sulla vostra destra. La prima casa da qua. Sulla vostra destra. La prima casa da qua.
Ok, grazie.
Alla destra.
Grazie.
Prego.
Camila, we're here now in Barbaresco with Julian.
Eating fresh spinach.
Eating fresh spinach and strawberries.
Right next to the garbage.
And in an area called Barbaresco, in one of the great wines of all of Italy. This is Nebbiolo land, and we're standing on the top of the Rabbia Vineyard. This is one of the choicest plots, and we're at the vineyard of Bruno Rocca. Bruno Rocca, famous for having the highest scoring wine in the highest scoring vintage ever, a 98-point wine, his Rabbia Barbaresco 2000. He is a guy who led the renaissance of great winemaking in this region. And right in front of you have the whole area that is the Rabbia. We have the next generation of the Rocca winery here. This is, and basically Bruno is a guy who's changed the face of winemaking in Barbaresco. Not only has he had the highest scoring Barbaresco ever in the Wine Spectator, but he's a guy who continuously pushes the limits. Not so much in what he's doing in the winery, but what he does here in the land, in these vineyards. Allora, questo è la nuova extensione della cantina. So this is going to be the new extension of the winery.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Can we take them through the winery? You can smell right now the yeast and the fermentation happening.
Yeah.
So when you guys do the process, you bring the grapes in through here and putting them right into the tank first?
Yes.
And alcoholic fermentation?
Yeah, when this starts the fermentation, we put here or finish the fermentation and then malolactic.
In barrel?
Yes, in barrels. And after will be the aging.
Yeah.
On barrel.
So it happens right in the barrel?
Yeah, now it's just start to malolactic.
Malolactic.
Yes.
Wow. And all these barrels, I see you use different producers of barrels.
Yeah.
Sempre diversi. Pero la tostatura sempre
Media.
media. Always medium toast. Always. You never think to see this, and people don't think they'd ever see a heater, but that's what's going to induce malolactic fermentation and get that activity. Of course, that's the convergence of lactic acid, malic acid into lactic acid, smoothing the wine out, rounding it out. Mellows.
$99 bottles of wine on the wall. If one of the vines Ernani should eat 98 bottles of wine on the wall.
This is
Nebbiolo grapes, fresh. What is it?
Oh, look at this. Check
98.
Right now, it's Barbaresco time. Let's go. This is Wow, just get a whiff of this. Some of the most concentrated yet fresh wines. A lot of times when you have concentrated wines, they become stewy or they become just overripe. He manages to maintain the extreme point of freshness, the extreme point of ripeness, the extreme point of concentration. I mean, he pushes them to the point where they're almost too much, but they never are. This is just beautiful, beautiful wines.
Cosa facciamo?
No comprano solo roba ya
Lui è bravo, eh?
Sì. Il dolcetto 2006, great year for dolcetto.
Buono.
Sì, buonissimo. You know, you never find yourself drinking dolcetto, you know, in a way that's you're sensing so much terroir, so much earth, you know. And with his wines, you get that on his simplest wine. I don't want to record this. Well, let's go. It's just
Turn it off.
I'll turn it off. Yeah, turn it off.
Just turn it off. Turn it off.
Yeah, just turn it off for now. Dolcetto.
Whoa! You're gonna ruin next spinach.
By the way, I just lost like 2 cases off of my famed.